Everything that they have been through, an area still filled with hope. In Kerrville, David Chancellor, News 4, San Antonio.
Now your certified most accurate four-zone weather with Chief Meteorologist Chris Suchan.
Okay, let's go ahead and talk about the heat. We talked about the fire conditions out in California, but drought conditions persist here as well.
Yeah.
Drought conditions, and we're going to be turning our attention more and more to the tropics to look for moisture and relief.
Yeah.
That also could come with, do we get a big storm in the Gulf at some point here? NOAA today updated their Atlantic hurricane season forecast. I'm going to start there, and it was just a slight reduction in the forecast named storms, hurricanes, tropical storms, or major hurricanes. Really a negligible update. It really wasn't terribly impressive here in terms of movement on it. So the expectation is still probably at or slightly above average for the season. And understand, we are just kind of getting things cooking here. We don't really expect to see much June and July. That's Saharan dust season. We've already had 4 storms. But now you can see this is the meat of the season ahead of us in the weeks ahead, peaks around about September 10th. So what do we have out there? Well, let's start with the East Pacific. There is a storm, Ivo, that's very close to the coastline here of Mexico. Forecast to become a hurricane, pass just south of Cabo San Lucas and then moving out west. But no moisture for Texas from that system. Out in the Atlantic, we do have still a medium chance of development, but this storm here, this wave, if it's able to develop, that's out there in the open waters of the Atlantic. So what I would like to do here is show you one model, kind of give you an idea of the lay of the land next 10 days. I will be curious to see in the Caribbean, you see some of the energy that we have here near the equator, if we're able to get maybe a little piece to eject off and something like that would want to watch. Now this model has this as more of a wave, tropical wave perhaps, as it's moving across the Yucatan, but you'd always want to watch something like this. That's the 14th, that's going towards Mexico. But then you see there's more activity here, there's maybe another wave coming in, and that one there, you see that's taking aim towards Puerto Rico or somewhere in this general area. Does it come into the Caribbean? Florida would want to watch, but definitely seeing some signs of life with the Atlantic and things getting really busy in the weeks ahead. Aaron is the next name, and then Ferdinand. Meantime, bring it back home here. You can see Raul B. Rodriguez Law Weather Cam View, just a couple of shade clouds out there, otherwise no rain. That's the air temperature, throwing a little humidity. We don't have a lot of humidity, but it does make it feel maybe in some cases 2 or 3 degrees hotter in the shade here. So that's just sort of the typical August here for us, and we're going to do it again tomorrow, although I do believe today we hit 99. We fell just shy of hitting 100. Tomorrow I'm going 101, and out west, our western zone, there you can see 99 about 103. The hill country, we're going to see the mid to upper 90s to 100 degrees tomorrow with a lot of sunshine. Central zone, those afternoon temperatures, I'm going to go 101 in San Antonio, 103, 102, Floresville, Pleasanton, and Hondo. And in our eastern zone, no rain chance. I'm going to keep it dry here, pretty close to 100 degrees once again. So the overall pattern, well, let's take a look at it here with the ridge upstairs. The only little thing I could find for us is there's a little weakness along the coastline, a little bit of energy here. This is not rain, that's energy aloft. And then there's also, let me show you, moisture in the atmosphere. You have this feature coming in, and then we also have this upper trough axis here. Between the two of them, boy, it's not much, but this is what I'm working with to try to guess a rain chance, and 10, 20%. Over the next 7 days, maybe we get 1/10 of an inch of rain. It's not tremendous, but that's what we have. Those two little features, next weather maker here, 10, 20% rain chance. It also keeps our temperature down a few degrees, so 97 to 98 Sunday and Monday. Out west, that slight rain chance, there you see it early next week. 99 the high on Monday is your cool day. Here's the hill country. 90s over the weekend, just 10, 20% rain chance. Here's our eastern zone extended forecast. Now here's Don.
This is the Thomas J. Henry Sports Desk.